Hey beauties, good evening to you. So beautiful people watching the news. They were talking about as at April 1, 2024, the custom fees will now attract anything after 100 US dollars, and it may affect, although consumers are happy about it, the retailers are not so happy because what is happening is that they were interviewing a particular merchant, and he was saying that they may sell something, maybe a shirt or so, for 8,000 Jamaican dollars, but when they go on merchants online like Shein or whatnot, they end up paying $2,000 or $3,000. Okay, I mean, because you still have to pay the taxes and the freight charges and whatever, unless you're ordering on your own. But if you order through like one of those online shipping companies, you have to pay them a fee. But outside of that, I don't think, I mean, $100 is okay. I mean, as I said, I was one of them who, I was lobbying for the $100. I mean, where I think it would hit retailers, different merchants, if it was maybe it was like $200, perhaps, as it relates to the economical side of it. I can understand, because what will happen is that if people find out that they will pay less on something that is fairly expensive, like if they can get something for 150, even to $200, if a Michael Kors bag, for example, is on a proper sale, it can go down, I think, all the way to 100 and something, $200 there, about maybe 250. Then you find that if you are a merchant and you're selling it, people may not necessarily buy it from me because they may end up spending a little less. They can probably save a $5, $6, $7,000, which can make a difference for them to either buy gas, whatnot. You follow what I'm saying? But one of the things that people fail to understand, if my hands look yellow, people, I was using turmeric, so yeah. And yeah, it has that curry thing about it and hard to come off. But ignore that. One of the things you have to understand, beautiful people, and I heard the late great and the esteemed, the notable Dr. Miles Monroe said it: make yourselves valuable. That is a problem with a number of merchants, a number of companies, a number of stores here in Jamaica. Make yourselves valuable. That is a problem. And when I say make yourselves valuable, there is a main ingredient that seems to be missing from a number of stores, a number of merchant places, places that we shop and that we buy. It's a term called customer service, or effective, efficient, however you want to look at it. Customer service, excellence par excellence as it relates to customer service. Sometimes when you're going into places, whether you call them lower end places, mid tier end, or high tier end places, sometimes you're wondering if you're walking in and they're assuming that you're coming in to beg them for something as opposed to purchase it. And even if you think that they're coming in to beg, let me tell you, no matter who you are as a human being, you could be a Rockefeller, you could be Elon Musk, you could be Jeff Bezos or Donald Trump. At some point in your life, you're going to experience what it means to ask for something or to beg for something. It doesn't matter what it is. At some point in your life, you too will go through that. So you too will be considered a beggar at some point in your life. So even if you feel that somebody's coming in to beg, the Bible says when you give to the poor and to the needy, it's like lending to the Lord. I literally had to take it down to the granular level, not calling the word granular, meaning I have to literally bring it down to that level for you to understand that it doesn't matter however you feel somebody's coming in, unless you feel that the place is going to be robbed, and you can't just go with feelings. You have to have facts. You have to see something to make that judgment call, because that's one of the problems with us as a people, that we tend to look at the outward appearance of somebody or even how they speak, because you have people who use our Queen's English to the fullest. They go to the optimal level in using the Queen's English, and similarly, or in contrast, they use our Jamaican dialect to the optimal level, like them speak proper patois. Maybe the grammar is off, who knows, using incorrect words, but you get the gist of what it is that they want as they come into your place. What as it relates to their pockets, the pockets has nothing to do with their grammatical errors or the lack thereof. or speaking the Queen's English or the lack thereof. It has to do with their ability to make the purchase. Now they're coming in to offer service to you as well. You're not only offering a service, you need the money so that you can live your life comfortably, so that you can expand your standard of living. I don't know of anyone just going in because they just want to, even if you just want to do voluntary service. Like you said, I just want to do something by selling something, not making any profit. Then God would say, you wicked and unfaithful servant. You really were not a good steward, because a big part of stewardship is bringing in increase. So you too would need to benefit economically so that you can help somebody else. Money answers all things. Customer service is little to none. It is extinct. It is non-existent in many of these organizations. And I'm not talking like people may assume that if you go to a wholesale factory or a wholesale place, some of the upscale places too, when you walk in it, you're wondering if, am I in here to purchase something, or am I in here to beg and plead and grovel? Your attitude stinks. It's a stench in the nostrils of the people. And they're happy that the custom fees has actually moved up, where they can say, okay, all right, I don't have to spend double the amount, because custom going to kill me. Probably worse than spending, in a store. So I don't have to suffer through the poor customer service in these entities, these companies, these organizations. I can now buy my thing without having to encounter anybody personally. It's like dealing with AI, so to speak. When I purchase online, some of you better be happy that it didn't move to $200. I was listening to the president of the Small Business Association. He was saying he was lobbying for $200. I guess he was looking at it from a macro level, although he's dealing with micro businesses, if you understand what I'm saying. In other words, they could probably buy more expensive items, more quality items, and not sell it too expensive when they're putting in their markup. You don't have to pay the different charges and so on without the custom fees, because once there are no custom fees, then it's easier for them to sell better products, to the people. Because, we're living in a quantum era, gone are the days where people used to wear some no-name, no-brand thing that is weak and, like folly, not quality. No, they can do better than that. You can see every average Joe walking around with a nice Michael Kors bag or something like that. I really like Michael Kors. That's why I'm promoting it. Really, really, really like it. I like that brand. Quite sophisticated and quite nice, and so on. And he has, the low tier, mid tier, higher end type products. So it caters to all. You have to make your customer service relevant. You have to make it ripe. You have to make it right. You have to allow it to permeate the aura of your business, that as I look at the door, I want to come in. Even if you're selling a sweetie for $1 million Jamaican dollars, I must say, you know what? The service is so excellent. I will spend that $1 million. Not necessarily putting myself at risk financially, but you know what I'm saying? Because you have made yourselves valuable as merchants. Many of you, your customer service is poor. Your face is sour than if I were to combine lime with aloe vera with lemon in their worst days, meaning them beyond sour. It's like them spoil, like them rancid. Like they have gone gangrene, literally. The customer service suck in many organizations. It's poor. And your face looks like it. It looks like it. It looks like, have you ever watched Anaconda? And when that ugly man there, when it swallowed him up and spat him out back. You see how it looked like when you throw acid, because of the venom, the acid over somebody, and the acid just runs down and just melt in the face, come down. That is how your customer service is for some of your merchants. It is horrendous. It's awful. It's horrible. It is terrible. It is terrible. So people are happy to shop online because they get sometimes and you behave that way, and somehow appear riff-raff on having their things that are not durable, no quality, and you want to sell it at high prices. Yes, we understand that you have to pay custom freight charges, put on your markup. So your value have not made yourselves valuable, and that's a Big problem. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this message. Thank you.